beyond just Justin LeBron, it seems like a very offensive lineup coming in. How do you navigate a lineup such as that?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it's going to happen week to week on the SEC where, we believe in our starting pitching and the guys we're bringing in. So there'll be some matchup stuff as the game goes on, but Ryan Prager's our guy on Friday, and I like him against anyone. So just at first, you're not really. I don't think the navigation comes until Prager comes out of the game and what type of matchups we think are best in the moment.
When it comes to Alabama and their pitching staff, what sort of challenges do they present for you and your offense?
It's good. I mean, they got good arms. They got good arms. They got a good Friday guy's good left-hander, really good changeup. And they got a couple good guys out of the pen, lefty out of the pen, righty on the back end, pen kid. So yeah, I mean, they got your typical SEC team. Going to be physical, got talent from top to bottom, and they do a lot of things well.
Alabama was a team that was picked toward the bottom of the league standings before the season, but they've had a really strong start. Just what have you seen from them that maybe they have been able to exceed expectations in some way? Yeah,
I think they got some age in the lineup, some physicality, and they got the same. They got a veteran presence, and they got a superstar shortstop who you saw last year as a freshman. You're like, oh, this guy's going to be really good, and turns out he is just that. And you got some guys with experience on the mound, and just a really good coaching staff. And I definitely didn't pick him towards the bottom.
When it comes to life in this league, how much of a additional premium is placed on winning the home series?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look throughout the league and success people have had in the league, taking care of business at home is key. I mean, you want to win them all, and I don't think anyone's ever run the table in the SEC, so I don't expect that to happen. But yeah, I mean, home it's split right, even. You got to grind on the road, and then you got to try to take care of business at home when you can.
We're talking to Shot here, right? It's been a while since we talked to him. So, am I correct? He retore the meniscus and has been playing through it again.
Yeah, about a week before the season. So I think the difference between last season and this year doing it. I think he was about I don't know, 2/3 of the way through the season. You're playing good. It's like whatever. You throw it on there. The weather's great. You're like. You don't really have much time to think of it. I think for him there was a little, I won't say a learning curve, but a week, I think it was like a week before the season, just some disappointment in that. But I think he's learning and getting better from it, as far as how to deal with it. I think it affected him. He won't tell you this, but I think it affected him a little at the beginning where I think he's kind of finding his way, and you've seen he's definitely had some better at-bats and making some better contact.
Yeah. Did that happen in practice then, or how exactly did?
Yeah, it was a really weird thing. And it kind of hurts us a little bit now. I was planning on playing him some in left field, which I think we still can, but I'm just trying not to. I mean, he was just in the outfield, and he took just a step back on a ball, not much faster than that, and retore it. So it was just unfortunate. Very, very frustrating at the time, but. I'm making no excuse for it, and he'll do the same thing. So,
was there any hesitation that maybe he wasn't going to be able to play, or did you guys think he was going to still be able to play through?
Just me knowing him, I knew there was absolutely, in his mind, no option of him not playing. It was just unfortunate he had to deal with that for a few days, and especially headed into the season.
I guess you mentioned he's started to come along these last couple of weeks. What is it about it, maybe beyond the knee, that he's been able to get a little more production at the plate?
Yeah, I think just getting in there and getting more comfortable, and he missed a fall because of injury, so I don't put a premium on those at bats because you get those at bats and then you don't have any at bats for 2 months, and I truly believe after 2 months you kind of start back a little bit. So I think it was just that, getting comfortable with it, dealing with the pain, and. Yeah, I think just like any hitter, you go through some struggles, but he's the type of guy that I feel like you keep putting him up there, he's gonna produce.
Is there any kind of excitement or mindset change with conference play coming in? I know you want to win every game in non-conference or conference, but just with it opening weekend coming up.
Yeah, I think the excitement is for us as a team and where we're at right now, and I've said it multiple times. There's two parts to us. It's we're obviously season has not started how you would draw it up. I'd love to be undefeated right now, of course, but if you don't take care of business in conference, it doesn't matter anyway. So for us, like our season is still, right there, right in front of us. We have a chance to, right the ship and get back to where we need to be. The challenging part is the competition, I think, definitely picks up. And that's no disrespect to any other teams we've played, because we've played some really good teams. But the SEC is a week in, week out, relentless battle of teams you're never going to out-talent. You got to play better and clean baseball. So that's why I'm excited to enter it with how we've played over the course of the last week. Definitely glad we're not going into it a week sooner. I think we've cleaned some things up, and guys are starting to feel it a little bit. And I'm always a believer. I think we've been better offensively, but I feel like you're starting to see a lot of guys click and getting close to click at the same time, which you've seen it here and there, like you saw it on Friday. And when we pitch well and play good defense, our offense does have the ability to explode at times, and which is a good thing. But even the next game, I think we scored 7 runs, but played clean baseball, quality hitting, great pitching, and able to put ourselves in a position to win the baseball game.
With Chase, barreled a lot of balls with maybe not as many results, but just, as he's kind of navigating through that, what have your conversations been like with him, particularly early this season?
Yeah, he trusts me in the fact that if I'm like, basically, like if I tell you nothing's, I might tell you something wrong, but I promise you if I tell you nothing's wrong, you're in a good spot. And that's where you kind of, we don't train or hit off of data. Like we don't go out and try to see how hard we can get it or our launch angle, but it is a good thing to give validity to the fact that you are doing well and showing you how hard you're hitting baseballs, which he already knows, but I think showing helps. And the worst thing a hitter can do is when they're doing well and not getting results is to change or to make some sort of crazy adjustment, where he hasn't. And the adjustment we even made through the week is just like you're just taking intentful swings at all times, because he's done a really good job though still, even when he wasn't hitting. I was telling this morning, like he was still getting on base, still walking. So that's where he's really grown as a player, where I think, as a freshman, you're not hitting, you're struggling, you start searching for it. He's still taking walks, getting on base, and playing a premium center field. And I'm not talking about just like running down fly balls, but he's cutting off ground balls in the gaps, and guys aren't even trying for the extra base because of how quick he gets to the baseball. So just overall, mentally, I feel like he's in a really good spot. I think he's impacting the game. And he's still being productive offensively. It's just not what most are accustomed to seeing with the run production or home runs. But he's getting on base. He's still getting RBIs, and he's still being a productive player. And he's got so much more room to go.
Do you have any update on Josh Stewart and his recovery?
No update. Just still kind of, it's a day-to-day, a week-to-week type thing. He's progressing. Like he is progressing in the right direction. But no clear update.